Hold on 1 second.
Now we're live. Do it live.
We'll do it live! This is quietly funny. Odd waffles. Quietly funny. Odd waffles. Holy crap, this is Inception, guys. Holy crap, this is Inception, guys. Oh my god, this is crazy.
It's pretty awesome.
Finally, we're live after
4 hours.
After 4 hours, yeah. After 4 hours of going back and forth and finding out how to use YouTube. Kind of annoying.
It's a weird mood.
It's so weird. Yeah, well, guys, we're kind of noobs to podcasting. It's weird. Should we look at each other? Or should we look at you guys?
No.
Yeah, you guys could watch.
I'm gonna stare at myself the whole time.
I want to stare at.
So just talk to yourselves through looking at yourselves.
And then we could look at this like Inception time before.
You could look in YouTube and then talk. Then I'll talk back to you.
That'd be kind of cool. Okay. I'm gonna actually get a Snapchat going too, so whoever wants to watch our channel would be good.
Odd Waffles.
YouTube.
Is it 940 or 840?
I think it's 9.
Yeah, 940. For sure.
Sweet. Finally, podcast.
Finally.
Hello. There's no viewers though.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We're gonna record this and post this.
Pretty
If we get 2 viewers, we're gonna post.
We're gonna give away free gifts if there's a few viewers.
Yes, we're giving away a 50-inch TV.
This beautiful logo right here that we're creating.
You like it?
Yeah. This is cool. You created this through
2 waffles.
Oh
They
yeah.
look like eggs. They kind of look like eggs at first when it started drawing. See, they look like eggs.
So
I love eggs. I had eggs twice.
I like waffles, protein waffles. Are they gonna be protein waffles?
Yeah, I used to have protein waffles all the time. I just don't have protein.
So whoever watches this, we came up with what was it? A title? No, we're trying to come up with a title when we're signing up on YouTube because today was like a fuck it day. We're just like, let's do it. Let's do it live.
Yeah, just go and we'll figure it out on the way.
And it's a podcast, obviously, or a live stream as well, so people could watch. But yeah, the story behind it is just like we're creating a podcast, and we've been wanting to do it for a while, and finally sat down. So it's something new on our boards.
Just having conversation and recording it and communicating with everyone.
Yeah, so a little bit about ourselves, I guess. Or maybe keep it a secret. And
let's keep it a secret.
Let's keep it a secret. So
then it's gonna give away all the identities of who we are and what we did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So keep it a secret, and
we're
you guys
aliens.
will learn.
We're aliens.
Yeah.
Or from
here, we pose.
Yeah.
We're like reptilians.
Yeah. My name is Sadiq. This is Branch Born. We're not gonna be funny to those who don't know.
Yeah, this is bodybuilding.
Do you think a lot of people know who Lou Ferrigno is? Like, I feel like no one knows actually who Lou Ferrigno is, besides those who watch Frontline.
That's a good question.
Or maybe like a few years of those that Hulk was popular.
Oh, he was recently in some comedy movie where he choked some guy out, right?
I think he got a couple roles, but I never catch him.
Maybe a few. That'd be good. That'd be good research. Probably like 1 out of every people like that. That'd be kind of cool. I bet you the only person that everyone knows is Arnold on here.
Yeah. Well, there used to be like everyone
And everyone, I mean, like people, like regular people, not like specific to the board. But yeah.
Bodybuilders used to be on TV all the time. And now they're not getting on much.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to see like the new bodybuilders now? Kind of freaky-ish. Even Lou changed after a while. You see that? Like, his physique.
Yeah, he sort of became like the guys of the day. Like instead of like who he was, he just seemed like another of the guys of today. You know what I mean?
Looking the air of Dorian Yates.
Yeah, he was just like.
Wait, was there anybody else before Dorian Yates that was jacked as him, or Dorian Yates was the first one to introduce?
I think he sort of started it because before it was Lee Haney. Lee Haney, that's the guy with the bandana. Okay? He was like big, but he was like probably like 240. I think Dorian was like 270, 280. He was like a monster.
This is right there, up there, right? Lee Haney.
Yeah, that's Lee Haney. And over there, soon left. So he's like,
oh yeah,
he still had like a different like look,
nice.
not like a robot thing.
It's the V.
Yeah.
How about who's that downstairs? To the left.
The guy in jeans?
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
Oh no shit! Yeah, that's yeah. Those are nice.
No one really knows him. He won it the most times actually.
Really?
8 times, yeah.
Ronnie was 7 or 8 or 6.
Shit. Maybe I'm mixing it up, but I think Lee won the most, and I think Ronnie, I don't know. But they all got like 70.
I still think we should focus on the logo, guys.
Yeah, odd waffles.
Odd waffles. Let's put together.
So what should we cover first?
What should we cover first?
We want to talk about elections.
Oh my god.
It's like I haven't talked to anyone about this just because I don't know. Everyone's kind of keeping it to themselves.
Even your parents don't talk about it?
They talk about it.
Who are they rooting for?
They don't even know. Like they don't even know the people. They're like, oh, I saw Trump, and they know Trump's on there, and
oh my god.
You know.
I think this is the funniest election ever.
This is the weirdest one.
It's like a joke. It's like more funny than ever. I've never seen like shenanigans by Trump.
Did you see Anonymous is attacking it? Attacking
really?
Trump? Yeah.
What are they doing? What are they saying?
I don't know.
Hacking their servers?
Hacking? I don't know how they're gonna hacking, but probably just disrupting the service and stuff. But yeah, they're. I mean, and it's like. And my girlfriend today said, "Oh my God! Like if Trump becomes president, it's gonna be crazy." It doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Like Anonymous is on them, and the protests in Chicago. Did you see those?
Yeah, I read something interesting. It's like one of those Facebook things. Like, did you know? Like the ones that get your attention. That Donald Trump is like endorsing Hillary Clinton. Like basically like. I guess it might be conspiracy. I don't know, but like it's the way it's thought. It's kind of like fucking.
I don't know nothing about Hillary.
One thing I was actually listening to Joe Rogan today, and I think a recent one a few days ago where they had a debate, and Bernie like ripped their new one because he was talking about speeches. She was getting, again, don't take my word seriously, but she was getting, I guess, $100,000 per speech. And then
she was
so for like private banks, I want to say, or some money equities. And then Bernie Sanders is like, yeah, $100,000 for speech. He's like, I want to see the transcripts, how good they are. And he's like, you want to know why? It's like, I never did them. He just like rips them. He's like, I never asked for money. He just speaks, you know.
You just imagine. I just looked at the highlight video from like I think Hillary and Sanders, and I was looking at it. It's like they're doing these speeches that you've probably heard many times before, like these motivational speeches, like Chicago, the United States is gonna become together again, and we're gonna have safety, and it's like I don't know what they're like putting on these personas that I don't really know what they're thinking, so that scares me more than because I don't know what they're.
But we're gonna build a few walls first. Say, I feel like Trump's speeches are like funny because they're not really speeches. They're just like they're more like quotes, like just quotes. You know what I mean? He never talks. He just shouts something like a sentence, and that's it. Like he just like always. I don't know. He's just like it's not a speech. You know, I don't feel like he could just like go on bobbing. He just like shouts, and then just goes completely off topic, shouts again, and he's like, "America is great," and then that's pretty much it. Like, it's a fucking weird thing.
China.
China, Mexico, America.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Trump is gonna do anything. I don't think he's gonna. People aren't gonna allow that. You don't think so?
Putin loves him. You know what I mean? It's like all the black people always like talk about, not all of them, but like I've seen that like a lot of black people like hate him because he's like, I guess he's against it. I'm not sure, but they're like,
I think he's because he's against, or he's not against, but he's for like separation. You know what I mean? Like all this. That's why they're all mad at him because he's like making it even more separate and discriminative and calling Mexicans racist and shit. You know, that's.
dude, he's trying to get everyone out of the country. He's gonna get fucking destroyed.
You know what is interesting? I'm not sure where I heard this from, but I'm pretty sure it's correct that he's like a professional speaker, like one of those people that's like a salesman, speaking type of person that knows how to sell himself, and like add like he knows how to get the people's attention. So you can see that, and you're like, okay, get it, what are you doing, but what are you gonna do? Like, what are you trying to do?
He just like really, he just like states adjectives. He does sentences, but they're like really, if you think about it, they're just adjectives like power, this, and then people are just like fucking hungry like sheep. Like, power, freedom. I feel like it's that. And then I heard something that he has a Hitler speech book by his bed or something like that before he goes to bed. It's some I hear some goofy shit.
Did you see how he did he's doing this or something?
Oh yeah.
They related that
To Hitler. Everyone's trying to change the world.
Isn't the actual election like happening in like November though?
I have no clue.
It ends like in November, so how much time do we have?
I have no fucking clue if it's November or not.
I think it's like in November, so
I thought it was soon
because
no, it's right now. I thought it was like in the next month because this is so heated already. Like I'm like, all right, this is next month.
No, it's like November.
But then someone said I voted today or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like
it's just state
by state now. Like there's still a lot of states that haven't voted, and I think it's just I don't even know how it works, but I think the process is all fucking a bit I don't know complex.
It's a little weird.
No one has the time to like have to like they don't want to invest their time in understanding all of it. They're just like not even.
Yeah, it has to change. I feel like it has to change. Maybe government has smaller because I feel like just because you could pick like choices, like give them a few choices like government, like liberal, whatever, and then like I feel like just giving those choices and then or whatever I'm blabbing off about. I just had something to say. I don't remember, but yeah, I feel like it's all the same crap. Whatever you're a Democrat, Republican, I feel like just politics and there's a lot of crooked shit going on, and I feel like it should be fixed. Obviously, a new system or something because our generation is moving towards like a different age. I feel like our parents or whoever's parents are like 1960s, where they go through industrial evolution, and now we're going through like technological and like information evolution. It's like the young people are changing because the way we interact with each other, I feel like it should like the world should adjust to it because it's like everything's like improving, and then like some old systems they're like not like changing or improving or adjusting to like the speed.
Yeah, some stuff is really behind. Like I don't know, just some stuff like seems like transportation, public transportation, like everywhere. Like it seems like, in Europe and stuff, and like those towns, it seems like it's way more like easier to use for people, and like a lot of stuff is just behind over here, like public transport. I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's weird, man. Like there should be no gas rate. It's almost like 2020. It's almost 2020 if you think about it, dude. And we were just thinking, we were just like little kids, and we're like 2020 so far, and it's like what 2016, 4 years. In 4 years, and like we should have something established already to like drive cars with no gas, maybe. Like shit. Obviously, there's. I wouldn't say. I don't know if there's. I mean, global warming maybe, but like the carbon, like from all the gas, like we should make a change. It's proven to basically mess up the world, and
Yeah, I think that's going to be should be the biggest focus for the upcoming presidents, of course. And it's kind of, you have to get like everyone involved, like all the presidents of all countries, because it's like if some countries are not involved in like saving energy and into and not investing into new resources and all that technology, then it's kind of pointless. So, I mean, little change is better than nothing, but still.
same with the education system. Probably it should change the way everyone's educating and everything these days.
Yeah, do you think, like my sister's 12, I think, or 11, and I was like talking to my mom, and like the best schools, it seems like or at least that she knows of, like for kids are like Catholic, you know, and I'm obviously wouldn't want my sister to go to Catholic school just because I don't want like a one perception type of thing for, you know, and I just want
And everything is tied in with religion.
Yeah, I don't want her like to be going to like Sunday school because she doesn't want to. Whatever. Let's not get off topic. But do you think homeschooling is a good idea for other people?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like just from my point of view, like if I was homeschooled, depends what kind of parents. That's and there's a lot of
they
things.
wouldn't be teaching you. Like you would have people come in.
Oh, like
you know what I
that
mean?
type of stuff.
Yeah.
And not as
Parents
much.
teaching you, hell no.
No, yeah.
Depends. I mean.
And then not as much, maybe just like 3 to 4 times a week. 'Cause every day it's kind of like maybe you could absorb, maybe like simplifying it in just a few days a week, like 3 to 4. I mean, you'd have to have like tests ran, but like if you had a few days come in a week, maybe you could absorb more information and like you could actually like learn or teach the kid for like more valuable life lessons instead of just like some of the shit that we get in school. Like we never use it anymore.
What if the teachers become like freelancers?
What if it becomes like Uber? Like you could just like
Yeah.
request the service.
Like a couple families have like a office in their house and they have like 4 or 5 kids and they just have a couple of teachers come in and complete courses.
Oh my god, that's a fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
Would you ever use that?
With my kids? Hell yeah. Or I think, I don't know.
What if like kids like start living? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think like just the kid by himself with like a teacher, I mean, it's obviously pretty good, but I think having a couple people around you, like having like, you know, different perspectives and like going together
Uber
through
for
some
teachers. Uber for teachers. That'd be the most.
And you know how they're all complaining. I mean, not they're all there, and obviously they're complaining for a reason. They're not getting paid enough. So maybe that would fix some of those issues. And I don't know. You know, I mean,
doing a few lectures a day, like charging like $50 an hour or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I don't know the prices, but just like it would add up after a while. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, you could have like, imagine the people, just authors, entrepreneurs, business people, just would like.
Or what if they
service
started
like
doing?
that.
What do you think about like little boot camps for kids? Short ones, and like take a break and then do one again, but through like have the same concept of like the spring semester and all the semesters, but like in between semesters, like take a longer break. But the boot camps are like shorter, like 6 weeks, with few subjects. But the few subjects are so tuned and like so fine where they could actually like teach the kid like so good that he would absorb all the information? What do you think about that? Like, what?
I think that would be good. I mean, yeah, I think courses like straight to the point stuff would be more better, definitely. And taking it more in depth maybe instead of just I don't know. Yeah, I think that's something definitely to like discuss more and like for people to think about maybe.
What do you value the most out of education?
Experience, I think. Like I've been like thinking a lot and reading, like, not reading but listening on the podcast, like and I think I'm not sure if it's Tim Ferriss or on London Real. He kept saying like research is just like another distraction or something. And I keep like realizing that if you're not doing it actually, and you just keep researching and like writing it out, blah blah blah. I mean, writing it out, outlining is all great, but if you're not actually doing it, you're not having the experience, you're not learning much.
Like putting action behind or in front of research. Yeah, that's what I had. There's a book. I don't remember the author, but when I started the UX course in General Assembly, there's a book. It's called Enough Research, and that's where I was getting stuck like the first weeks, just like putting like so much shit on all over my walls, and then like sticky pad notes, just research in general, just putting so much stuff.
Just information, just
yeah, and then you're just like, and then it's so much you don't know how to process to like the hypothesis, like synthesize. You don't know how to like go because it's like too much overwhelming. So yeah, there's it's almost like yin yang. There's always balance, and there has to be a balance in everything. If you do too much of this, you'll probably lose something else in the background. So it's always like trying to find like basically that like little point where it's like it's okay, I have to do this then. But yeah, dude, that is so true. Action is such a. I feel like it should be like a word on the shirt every day, like action. Like that's what you need.
but it doesn't like get to your head, you know, until like later. Like because at first you're like just keep thinking about it, like keep contemplating and like there's like something you must do and you're gonna think of like a million reasons not to do it before like right before it or something like I don't know, but
You read that book, right? Stephen Pressfield, The War of Art, The Art of War.
I think I had it. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I think I made
It's like resistance.
I made Sky read it.
When you try to do something good, there's gonna be 20 things saying no, like this your resistance. If you believe in like consistency, if you do something consistent, you'll switch from that path that we have like primitive brains to like always just accept the way we are. But if you actually switch the consistency and go towards like putting action, you think that you can just switch it and then be addicted to action instead of addicted to just being like comfortable.
Yeah, and I think it starts from kids, like when you start early, like doing action, not like quitting on shit, not procrastinating on stuff, because it's gonna develop real quick into habits.
It's awesome.
You know,
Kids are the future.
for sure. I mean,
it's already changing, and we're gonna look back in 10 years, and we're gonna be like, wow, it's completely changed. The dog, sorry guys, there's a dog right here. He's just putting his ass up here. Man, we're doing a podcast.
How long has this been on now?
We've been on. You know what?
No.
I have no clue.
Let me check this.
Just go to our channel. Sorry, guys.
How?
Just here. Yeah, my channel. Let's see, live now. How long has it been on?
Does it say? Oh, I want to say like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, we've been for a while.
Okay.
So 9:04.
Yeah, I think it's 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20. Cool. We're still noobs if you guys are watching, or whoever watches later. It's actually more difficult than I thought, like creating a podcast. Like,
yeah, I think we're definitely would be cool to have like something facing us, like cameras. Right now, I think you can see our reactions well, our emotions, our face. probably much, except from like one perspective. Thanks, Snoop, for dropping that on my foot. Um, but yeah.
Back to the podcast.
So yeah, we were talking about what education. Education. Yeah, I think I would be really excited. Like, you know, how for like your schooling and stuff now, there's people that you learn from. You know, there has to be someone that teaches you that and has like a way of teaching you about it. Like, and what I wanted to say is,
Yeah, he's right here.
spits out there. But yeah, like learning from like specific people, if you had a choice, that would be awesome. Like I would love to learn from like some authors, some philosophers, and everything. You know what I mean? Just with everything, every craft. Like
just meeting the people. I think if anyone could connect together, like
yeah, like how
that's a really raw idea. Just like learning from people, learning from established people, like famous.
yeah, I guess you could say that. Like in craftsmanship, I think there used to be like people that work with their hands more. Like, did we talk to you about this? Like doctors used to apprentice, like other doctors, like upcoming doctors apprentice for like 80 years, like just shadowing doctors, like just being an apprentice, like learning in those ways,
Oh,
experiences.
yeah, even like kind of like mentorship almost.
Yeah, yeah. Like internship, I think is sort of like that, but these days it's looked at as like a free employee, like
Yeah, right.
someone who's just is desperate for a job and is like willing to do anything. I mean, of course, it's sort of what it is, but at the same time, sort of looked at a different way nowadays. I think, right?
It is, yeah. It's changing. Like that video that I watched on Seth Godin said like no more jobs or the title I think it was called. He was saying that we're gonna work in like part of a team. I feel like it's way more better because I guess it's a theory though. Like if a person stays at the same place, like you eventually get bored of like not even the job. Maybe your job is interesting, but the environment like around maybe like just your office, just the same old boring office you come into and it's just like white every single day, or just like and just stay into that place and go into the same place, even if your office gets repainted or gets something new, some new addition after a few years and it's a little renovated, but then you're coming to the same place, like environment for 5-10 years, like once you get boring. Now, as a part of your working maybe as a contract, and then they invite you to a different team, like a different location, and you completely meet new people, like wouldn't that be better? Like connecting with people at the same time and you're moving all around. And you could actually like work in your craft, whatever you want to do, like instead of just staying in one corporate place and just like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to get manager's positions after this and that, like.
I want to be a manager one day, and maybe I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's great because I'll get 2 weeks of paid vacation. Like.
Yeah, I get health insurance and a dentist.
401k,
Yeah.
Does this still exist?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about 401k?
No.
When was the last time you thought about?
I'm not. I'm sort of like maybe like I can't. I'm sort of a person that would rather invest try and invest at least 80% of my life right now and like 20-25% into like the future more, because I guess investing in now is investing in the future if you think about it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be thinking like, okay, I'll work this job that pays like barely enough, and then like when I'm 70, I'll have like few years till I go to Florida.
He'll retire in Florida. Beachfront, like a cottage.
Yeah. That leads to another thing, I guess. Have you ever what's the best? I know you love Denver, but is Denver the place you think you would move to if you had the chance right now, with career-wise, that would have opportunities there as well?
Good question. I liked Denver.
It's a good feeling with it, right? It's like it
It's
felt
really good
good
feeling.
vibe. Like
It's new, like it was new, like just going there and like I was already early there, and my friend was still working, so doing all my fucking luggage. I got off the plane, got in the Uber, and then I looked at one of the places in Denver, Snoozes. It's like 3 places, 3 total, I guess, restaurants. Or there's like a breakfast place, but it was just like so. I don't want to say hipsterish, but just like so everybody's just like like you could just tell like coming there is a different vibe. I was just like
you don't feel like very different. Like you just
yeah.
feel like okay. You're
Everyone's
just
like
another
really
weirdo.
calm mannered. Like everyone's just calm, having good conversations, like smiling. And it's just like you sat down, you're like, okay, that's cool. I feel like that. But when I drove in my dad's truck before, when we drove through this kind of the same area, I really liked like Oregon, like that type of stuff. Like
I've never been to Oregon. I have no idea what's.
I
Oregon
drove
like.
through a highway and I drove right through where the Portland Trailblazers play.
Yeah.
Right there, yeah.
Is it in the city or out?
Yeah, it's in the city and it's like right along the highway too. It was like pretty freaking neat though. Pretty freaking neat. I feel like that's but I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm like undecided where I want to move. Like Denver would be a cool spot to settle, but at the same time, it's just like I want to just explore the world.
Man, I think I don't know.
What about you? You've been to Denver, so yeah. Well, you took a road trip, right?
Well, we had to take my girlfriend's car, Mini Cooper, from Phoenix, and we packed her stuff. It was sort of like unplanned, but we were supposed to go to Cali, and I was going to go back to Chicago, but she was living with her mom. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But we took the Mini back, driving to Chicago, back to Chicago. So I gotta say, it was like one of the best like drives ever. I don't know, it wasn't like the best drive with the Mini, but like it's still a fun car to drive. But
The feeling.
But there's so many amazing roads, like driving at like 4 or 5 a.m. and it's like so beautiful. Like I'm just holding my camera, just filming stuff the whole time. You know, it's like I know I'm probably not gonna watch this ever again, but I'm still gonna record this. Like just keep pulling my phone out to take a picture in front of me. You know, it's like it looks beautiful. So, but I just want to move more towards west. I think.
Still stay in America.
For now, yeah, I think it's. I mean, I would want to go back to Europe, but I think at the time it's not the right time right now.
Why do you say that?
I think there's. I don't know. I don't know if it's the right way to say it, but I think there's more opportunities, or just the right time to be here right now. You know, and then later take my experiences, take what I learned, and then go over there and try something else, or just try living there. But I think I talked about this with Sky. I think it looks like East is like bullshit. You know, like New York, like all that side is. I mean, New York's awesome, but it's like
rat race.
Yeah, rat race. Like I'm more like I just like to follow what I really want to do, and like not like be like in this work 24/7, and I'm not thinking about anything, type of thing. But I think it's just going west is the way to go, or going like more south.
Even south there, like Louisiana, like young people are like rebuilding their economy over there. Ends up booming because after obviously Katrina, but I read something interesting that like a lot of young people are moving over there, like artistic.
There's a lot of there's movies being filmed in Baton Rouge, I think, or somewhere around there. There's a lot of probably good spots to film. So that's why.
West Coast, where would you go specifically, and why?
Honestly, I think Cali. I want to go to Cali.
Cali.
Yeah. But I've never been there, so I can't say like I for sure want to be there. But I just want to have the most opportunity to work as many people as possible within in the media and all that stuff. It's like cool. I want to go to the gym, the beach.
Like the Venice.
Yeah, I want to check that place out. I think I want to be there at least for a little bit. It's just one of those things that I want to do.
It is. All like the fitness stuff is over there. All like right now they consider jiu-jitsu the Mecca. Over there, yeah, California. Like imagine if you were required to take martial arts, like from the start of your life, and like, like one day you just get in the fight on the street, you know, and it's like, like, what does this guy know? And then like everyone, whoever gets fighted, feel like like showdown on the street, like that'd
be fine.
like everyone's basically like carrying a weapon and you know like their skill. You think some people like fight for randomly?
I don't know, but what they have there, jujitsu or what?
Yeah, like what if they say like actually that like they started like legit martial arts, and not just jiu-jitsu, but if someone like, all right, like maybe I wanted to do like mixed martial arts, just everything, or maybe just wrestling, or just boxing or something like that. But everyone was like fucking trained killers, like savages. Everyone had a savage art. By the time you were 20, you were pretty much kind of established black belt from like the young age. Like you were supposed to, like it was a law. You know, and just walking equipped at it like savages.
That'd be weird. That'd be interesting.
It's like, yeah, where's this dude now? Like, it'd be scary. Like people wouldn't be running up and just like doing some crazy
I
stuff.
feel like LA is a weird spot. It's probably one of the weirdest ever. Isn't it? Like, if I feel for some reason like it seems like it's one of the weirdest, full of the weirdest people from everywhere.
It is, man. It's all over. West Coast, they should just like make a different country over there.
Didn't California once wanted to separate themselves?
Yeah. Wasn't Arnold pushing that too?
I don't know, but I mean, they do seem like it's a whole nother country if you think from like, let's say from like fucking Indiana to like California. It's like way different. Like,
Yeah, and even like the fellow states over there, like you got Washington, you got Oregon, you got Idaho right there. And then
it's
like
still sort of like the same feel over there.
it's like
Not the same,
cool. And then over here it's like we got Indiana, we got Wisconsin, we got Michigan.
yeah, it's like I don't know.
It's like where are we gonna go? What are we gonna see this month? Like, I mean, there's I don't know. Maybe there's places to explore around here, but it's just not the same feel.
Yeah, like driving from Phoenix to back to Chicago. From driving from Arizona, Arizona was awesome. There's like cool mountains. Then Denver, obviously, Colorado was awesome. And then driving into Nebraska is just like it's just like the whole road just falling asleep 30 minutes because it's just so boring. Just fields or like just like
Dead moon.
a couple of those fucking cylinder things like factories, and it's like for like hours and hours. Yeah.
What do you value the most then? There's three categories: the East, the Midwest, and the West. What do you value the most from each? There's positive things you could take from each. And what do you hate?
I don't know. You know, I think about New York. I think it's also like a mecca for like all the people. Like the best go there. So I think that's like a positive. But like you said, the rat race. I think that sort of scares me. I don't think I want to be in that.
You don't want to be in the suit with the suit walking every day.
No, no. I mean, I don't mind the suit.
Here's my business.
But no. Midwest. I guess I don't know what I like about Midwest. Honestly, I don't fucking know. There's the only thing I like about here is that it sort of reminds or has a feel sort of like back in Lithuania. So it's like the nature and stuff sort of like feels homey, the woods and stuff. But otherwise, sometimes I feel like I don't belong here. Yeah. Do you ever feel like that? You don't fucking belong anywhere around here?
Yeah.
Besides,
even when I was like a kid in Lithuania too, I just like never felt like I was like there. Just like not necessarily like specifically I knew that feeling, but it just was like something's weird. Like I don't know, it just doesn't feel like I want to be all over. Like, and then today I'm like I want to be all over. Like I want to experience like a little bit of everything, like every culture, every different region. You know how like the country is.
Yeah.
Like something to trigger. Something triggered, I guess, back in the day. And just like, what else? Maybe in the past life, I was like a roaming soul or something like that. I was a warrior, just traveling everywhere.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What do people never ask you that you wish they had about yourself?
What was the question?
What if people never ask you that you wish they did about you? Like that question where people, I don't know. Yeah, just let's stick to the question. I'm not gonna add anything onto that. Yeah. Like maybe one question would trigger you.
One question that annoys, for some reason, annoys this fuck out of me is like, I guess, I don't know, it wouldn't annoy maybe other people, but it's like they ask you like, what do you do in terms of like trying to get like your, I don't know, like your identity is like trying to figure you out real quick, like who you are, but you're not gonna figure it out until you talk to me like a normal person for like
right.
a little bit longer than like, oh, you're this, you're that. And it's like, okay, they establish and they're like, okay, I'm not interested in talking to you, or I'm interested. You know what I mean? They pre-assume things really fast. So yeah, I don't know. I'd rather have I'd rather say what I like to do instead of like, oh, I've done this, I've done that. It's just like was it Gary that said like your story doesn't matter?
I think so.
Was it Gary? It sounds like Gary in my head for some reason.
Story doesn't matter.
Like when people have like this, oh, they went through this, they went through that, and it's like, no, your story doesn't matter. Like you're living now, like
That's what you do now.
You know, it's like it doesn't matter what you did yesterday.
I keep bouncing off between Casey and Gary. It's like I could see both of them.
I think that both of them could probably say that.
They're just like cousins, I swear to God.
Casey is awesome. Casey is like the most. He's opened my eyes and gave me like perspective. Like, dude, you can do amazing things.
That's what I wanted. Like my life to like. I was like, I don't know. Some of these like I feel like we don't. Some people say it's copy, but we don't copy. But these ideas that we get are on our own. I feel like they're influenced by other people. You know, like little bits. Like of Casey's life, like that's what I was imagining before. Like like before I even found out about it. But like that's what I was imagining my life. Like a little bits of it. Like I feel like other people. We're interested in watching other people because we see like sometimes what we want or what we're doing too with them, and like it just like shows you visually, not just like in your head, like what you want to do, but like someone's already doing it and you're like, oh my God, like this is awesome. Like I feel like it drives you to do that as well.
Yeah, it makes you want to like do amazing stuff too. Just like I don't know, like
he just created his own brand. Like I mean, he does have what
he
company,
did,
right?
He did has a company. He used to be, I think, like doing producing and making videos from like all kinds of stuff, from like Mercedes to like probably I don't know. He works with Samsung now for the Oscars.
Oh yeah,
360 camera.
Yeah.
I only got that yesterday. Like I didn't know what it was actually doing. I didn't get it. I was like, and then you can move it around. Like yesterday, I saw it. It's crazy, but it's like seems a bit too much work. Like not too much work, but I don't want to be like scrolling up and down. I guess it depends what sort of video it is. You know?
Yeah, it's cool though. Like I don't know, I think I was playing. Did you play with that stuff on Facebook? There's a few videos, 360 cam, and you can move it around. I think there's one on I want to say the canyon in Arizona, Grand Canyon.
Like the just stationary, like the picture things.
But it was like live. I think it was live. Yeah, I think it was like live, where you can just move it around. Or it was. Wouldn't that be cool if they did that in big cities? Like they put a few around Chicago, let's say, and then China, and then you go on Facebook or whatever social media, and you're like live broadcast 360, and you see like other people too, and then connect. Like somehow, wouldn't that connect people? You think?
Yeah, you'd be live all the time everywhere. That'd be cool.
Like yeah, and there'd be like a government issue too, like security. We're tracking them down.
Have you used Periscope?
No, I heard about it in mostly Joe Rogan podcasts. Yeah.
Did he use it?
No, just his guests like usually use it. Yeah. What is that about? I know it's something about streaming, right?
It's streaming, but it's sort of like it seems like So it sort of feels like Snapchat, not Snapchat, it's like longer, where you just set it up and record something sort of to share, or I don't know, like a short little blog to post it live. It's sort of just like an easy app for that. I went for some reason to Siberia. I was looking around because people, it shows from what location. You can go to locations all over the map. And I went to Alaska, I think, or Antarctica. And it was like showing like the sunrise. And it was like sunrise. And it's like, we're going to get 2 hours of this. That's about it. And it's like a little bit of sun. It's like showing like negative, like 30 to 40 degrees or something. It's like,
That's freaking
wow,
sweet.
you get to see that like live, and it's like there's a bunch of kids, or like yeah, I think Alaska, there was like at least half of them had videos of them dabbing. I swear.
Is it illegal? Is it illegal, right, in Alaska? I think so, right?
Maybe no one just cares enough, but it's like just one guy sitting and like lighting up with this fire, just dabbing. Okay.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I feel like the apps today, like the social aspect too. Like I like Casey's idea because it's like it's live, it's true. Like even like what we're doing, like a live podcast, and there's no one watching, or we don't even know if anyone's watching right now. I'm not even sure, but just like being live, like I feel like it's like cool. Like really, like that's what I always feel too. Is like I want to be live with like just like see like Snapchat's really cool because I see like what people do like recently.
Real, like it's like
recent, even if it's not like right here in front of you, but it's like recent, and like you're just like.
Don't you ever, when you go to people's like channels or something, you look at their newest ones? Like you don't want to watch old shit unless you like.
Oh, me too. I hate that. Even with everything, like, even old movies, sometimes I just don't want to watch them. I'm like, I want to see something. I was like, I want to see something today, like something new, recent.
Yeah, like when Joe Rogan's podcast plays live now, he started the YouTube thing, and I would I'm playing it, but it's like a guest that I'm not even interested in, but I'm just watching because it's like live. I'm like, I'm watching this live. It's like cool for some reason,
I feel like there's a connection, maybe.
Probably. I mean,
we just want to interact with each other all day. Podcasts are awesome. I feel like there's gonna be a movement, like a shift in like social media and like webcams and stuff like that.
For sure. I think, I don't know, like podcasts have really changed.
I wonder if we could, through, I guess, like live interactions, we could change the world, like positive, like a trend. Because I mean, it's moving right now. What do you think? Like everything's changing. Like people are not only seeing what, like Casey actually mentioned in one of the videos, like the bullshit detector. Like people are like, if we could somehow connect faster and kind of spread that, like I feel like people, like the society would change more. Like we would filter out like bad stuff.
Like keeping it, as in, what do you mean the bullshit factor? Like keeping it.
Well, just for example, like just the politics right now. It's like our generation. It's like it's all like funny to us, and like how many posts a day like do you go on and like you see it, like everyone's making fun of them, like. We know
you can't take them seriously.
We know it's kind of like bullshit, and then obviously with the previous generations, they're still. It's like the Super Bowl for some people. Like it's the elections, like for the older generation, man.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's just like trying to connect and just like move into that new phase where everyone's just like live and working, I guess, on the same goal.
Yeah. I think it's like, especially I was thinking about this today. If like what are those called? The president electives? They're not electives. What are they called?
Politics. I don't know.
Candidates or
candidates. Yeah, candidates. Yeah.
What if they would like sit down with someone and just have a conversation? We could watch that. I would rather watch that than watch you screaming some bullshit on like, it's like I can't watch those speeches anymore. It's like, if I want a motivational speech, I'll go to someone real motivational. I don't
just
need
type in hashtag motivation.
Yeah, I don't need like oh, education is the answer.
It's like all the same stuff every day. Power, freedom, war this, war that.
Oh, and also I think like it's sort of like what they always talk about is like making United States America like one again. It's like yes, that's true, but at the same time you should be focusing more about connecting to everyone globally because I think the number one thing that people say the negative thing about Americans is that they think like life goes around them, you know. You know what I mean? They don't know about other countries half the time unless you're like more like
Kind of like
interested in
almost,
yourself.
kind of like almost ignorant, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's because there's no one really else around us besides Mexico and Canada, and you don't hear anything about Canada besides like cartels and like Cancun.
Media and such.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah,
I like the way we're moving. The life. I feel like we're getting more options in life now instead of just like we're deviating from that. We're deviating from the path that like the dogma that like the society wants us to do. Like I feel like everyone's kind of moving there on their own.
yeah. I think it's not that we're getting more opportunities, but we know that we can set more opportunities now. We know what's that there's stuff's crazy, stuff's changing crazy, and there's just I don't know. It's just people are working on some crazy projects, crazy, amazing events. Like it's like really awesome. I think right now.
Like you're in the fitness community. Like I feel like the fitness community, especially, what changed. What actually like got my interest was like the not the vlogs, but like just the YouTube channels, like the fitness stars, like how they started. It used to be just YouTube, and now everyone's having their own brand, having their own boots at Arnold Classic, for example, whatever, those events, fitness events, and now they're having their own brands and stuff like that. And it's just
Like the Hutch twins.
yeah, I think they were like
They were yes, they have like one of the most followers or
on the fitness, right?
subscribers. And they didn't have a Gymshark at the Arnold Classic Expo this year, but last year they did. Not sure why, because they're one of the biggest companies like in terms of popularity. It seems like, but um, they were like one of the most popular there too. Like last year, everyone wanted to take pictures with Dodge. Like it's cool. Like
It's like
they're
YouTube.
funny as hell. I love them, but it's just interesting how it's not actual like fitness stars or like athletes. That are popular. I know. You know Dimitri Kloko, I think.
Yeah. I love
Is
that.
that Dimitri?
Yeah.
I saw him walk past like a couple of times, and he was like running past for some reason, or like I wouldn't get like I like
Oh
only
man,
realized that it
I
was
fucking
him.
love that guy.
Only realized it was him like later, or like when he's like running off. So I'm not gonna run after him. But like no one's like taking pictures of him really, unless he's like in the powerlifting thing
Yeah.
or like somewhere the strength
Yeah.
zone where everyone knows him. But otherwise, like no one knows who he is. You know?
Yeah. He does have a huge. Well, he did now. I feel like he's like a CrossFit contributor now. He said he wants to teach like the CrossFitter gyms to do Olympic movements, like right. So that's his goal. But yeah, he established his own brand too. Like, this is
I think he's done. He probably had to step out of his comfort zone because he barely spoke English, didn't he?
yeah, and then he
Before?
started learning too. It was so
He's-
funny, man. Back in the day.
But that's awesome that you get to see how he changes, how he grows, like, and then you can really see into his perspective, like how they train and like Russian stuff, like him just doing the sauna videos and stuff. I think it's so cool because it's like so simple, but it works, and like the cold therapies, and he talked about like I don't know. I think it's awesome.
Just
He's learning
eating, and he's
English.
like so Russian, just like. When I was watching one of the videos, he landed in LA, and then he's like, he just bought a whole bunch of shit at Whole Foods, and he's like, let's see how much this is. And it came out like probably like 2 bags of like just small food. He bought a whole chicken, I remember, rotisserie, and he's like, $144. He's like, I've been in the country for an hour and I already got ripped off $100. But he's just so raw. And then like after one meet, no, one of the meets, like I was watching, there's a whole hour, and then he's like, there's a cool video that I created, and I want everyone to watch that too, if you guys are interested. But there's a whole video of him basically showing what goes on behind like the scenes, like of him just raw footage, like how the traveling is and stuff like that. Like you could see his life instead of just like posting videos of just little bits of like the events or whatever he's doing, like traveling tours. And he posted a whole hour, like which was a huge trip, and it's just like so raw. He's just so like Russian, like it's like he has like that crazy Russian stereotype. Like he was sick in France, and then he's like, yeah, special power. And then he was like sick, and you put like Terraflu with the coffee and mixed it up and drank it. And then right after he got off, you remember Charles Poliquin he was talking about, Dimitri?
Yeah, I know that guy.
He's like, yeah, he got off the plane. He on the way to the event, he was like 2 hours on the way that went. He only slept for 4 hours or something like that. And he came in and he was like cleaning 180 like kilos, like incredible weight. And then the video, back to the subject, the video after one meet, like it was at night and they were driving. He stops by a gas station just to like refuel, like food basically it was, and he just buys like little meats, like not the sausage things, but it's just like sliced meats, a little bit of Gatorade, like that, and that's like his fuel. And he's just like so raw. As long as he puts it in his body, like he's just like.
Maybe he was looking for something like fast energy, like, just to get it in, some calories.
I love people like that. Just following people, like I feel like everyone should start following and just like putting their creative content, like. And I feel like the thing that triggers the most is just like them being themselves, like. Cause then when you do your own stuff, like you're expressing yourself, and like people love that. It's interesting. Like that's why
sure.
we're addicted to watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, because it's so raw. Like like every guy in like fitness, or not every guy, but like YouTube channel, like those people that are getting popular are just being themselves. Just putting their style, their perspective on it, and it's just interesting.
Just following the person. This dog's so funny.
What are you doing?
His mouth is like half open. He just froze.
The sky is calling.
Tell her to bring some cookies.
All right. How long has it been? About an hour?
It's been about an hour.
We gotta get a better setup.
We will get a better setup. That was the first time. I don't think it was too bad. We had 0 viewers, pretty popular. We didn't explain. Yeah, we didn't explain anything about each other. Which we're gonna keep it a secret.
You don't need to know.
Yeah, you guys will follow us and you'll find out a little bit.
We're actually in China right now.
But yeah, this podcast is pretty cool. We just did it. We just actually did it like fuck it. That was it.
Yeah, we wrote down a few topics that we'd like to cover, like, and we had to come up on the
short notice logo.
Yeah, Odd Waffles live.
Odd Waffles. Pretty cool. Like, yeah.
You see the camera that focuses on it.
Yeah, it's vegetarian.
From us, and then now we're us.
I wonder if you can do that with your hand. No.
Do it.
That's all.
All right. Yeah, we'll have to do another one of those. We have to establish our name.
Oh.
Our name. Who we are. Like, not right now, but I mean, like, as make a logo and so people can see, and then.
Yeah, we're pretty boring right now, but I mean, I feel like everyone starts at this kind of stage, and we're just starting. More to be revealed, though. Our goals are very positive. I feel like slowly moving, but I think we did good for not getting.
Yeah,
not setting anything up, just doing it.
Yeah,
raw.
Yeah, we know. We got this. It's a good start.
So,
all right, I guess we're ending it. Yeah. How do we end it?
Snoop, our director of operations over here.
Cameraman.
Is right here. He just puts his butt out there. How do we end it? See you soon.
See you.
Train by day, eat waffles by night.
I'm hungry, by the way.
Yeah, I'm hungry. So
I'm hungry. We're going to eat.
yeah, peace out.
And we're out. And we're out.
And we're out.
And we're out.